Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right, we're done with that for today. So let's see where we're going today. Crude oil is already done. 9 o'clock start. Do say hello in the chat. It's nice to know who's in here with me. Hi, good morning, Avi. So 903.14, we get the long setup on crude. That hits money management on about the fourth bar and targets 1 and 2. Not a big trade. Good morning, Mark. So we've got 12 and 20 ticks respectively, 32 ticks on the morning, a one and done session. Market not quite open. So far we've got the YM with the get in sync. Good morning, Vinny Rod. Yeah, I was offline for almost a month, Avi. I was on the road right around Christmas time. But back in the saddle, so keep it going. Unleaded also getting it done. We have a target 1 winner at 901.33, goes to target 1 and comes back, stops out on the break-even stop. But that gets a one and done for target 1 traders. That's just a break-even for target 2 traders. This short trade, I'm afraid that one's gonna catch us because plenty of time to get into that, unfortunately. So that one's gonna be a loss of 66 ticks, less our less our 2, so we're down 64. And we pick up this long trade, gives us 51 ticks to target and is still trailing. So that's definitely going to get unleaded positive on this trade. And the market is open. Soybeans has gone too far, so we'll look for a new trade there. Get in sync short, still valid on the YM. YM with a long trade, probably not one that we can get into and to get in sync. With the exhaustion knots, I would have taken off of my get in sync on the short trade, as soon as we got to close above the balance line, we were going to get a setup. So there's money management. Let's see. Looks like we did get a chance to get in that. And stopping out. So let's see if what's our timing on that. 26. Oh yeah, plenty of time to get in that. So that's a one and done on the YM. Soybean still not picking anything up. Unleaded still trailing. 284. Good morning, Don. All right, Micro Russell has been kind of noisy this morning pre-market. Let's see where we are. That's going to be a nice short trade. Very likely an avoidable short trade there. But this long trade, I don't think there's any way to get around that one unless it's too fast. Let's see. 03, 03, 16. So, yeah, nope. That one's going to catch us for a full loss. And then we pick up a solid win. Targets 3, 4, and still trailing. Unleaded, 289. Pound Aussie in a short trade. We had a stop and reverse potentially, but that has canceled. Never hit the unadjusted entry. So we are short on the Pound Aussie. This was our stop and reverse entry, giving it a couple of pips, but never hit the unadjusted entry. So that did cancel with 2 closes below the balance line. Looks like soybeans stopped out of its. Oh, and we did pick up an add-on long there while I was watching the other trades. Definitely in that. And plenty of time to get into that. Looks like it hit target 1 exactly and came back and would have stopped out on a break even. Let's see how big. Looks like that target's probably a minimum, but minimum target, 6 tick target. So we get 6 on target, 3 additional, 9 ticks. Minimal winner, but it's winner nonetheless, and one and done. And the Russell short stopping out at 097, back over 2,000 on the Russell. 319 for the unleaded stop. That trade doing quite well. That was obviously going to be the POQ trade. Soybeans finished. I'm going to move unleaded over by soybeans so we can take a look at the micro NQ. All right, 4-minute wait for our start time. So the long is our first trade. Trying to get up to target 1. And looks like, did unleaded stop out at 334? No, it only got as low as 335, so we're still in the long trade. Money management on the micro NQ and a long trade on the micro Russell. Trade number 2 on the micro Russell. Entry at 096. Stop at 078. And money management. So stop now at 098 or 097. And stopping out. So that's a break even. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 break even. Looking for target 2 for first actionable target on the micro NQ. And we will do a 10 a.m. crude mini session. Tomorrow is crude oil inventory report day. Back to a normal schedule with no holidays this week. And there is target 2 on the micro NQ, so that is a win on trade number 1. Stop at 440 3/4. Short on the micro Russell now. Russell coming off session highs, basically right at market open. And money management and target Got target 2. Target 3 is our actionable target. First actionable target on the trade plan for the micro Russell. .05 flat. And there it is. So win number 2 on the micro Russell. Trailing 066 now and target 4. And another stop and reverse possibility. This one again at 83. Looks like it touched the entry. This is a bigger trade this time. Unadjusted entry is 81, but there's our entry at 83 for the stop and reverse on the pound Aussie. And we did stop out on unleaded. At 338. So 2 trades and done for unleaded. And we'll go back and look at the micro NQ now. Okay. Slightly less than target 1 on the trailer on micro Russell, and now we're in a long trade. Micro Russell is getting a little bit noisy again after a solid down move, but it's given us 2 winners and a break even. This one looks to be in trouble. Yep, that is a full loss at 053. So 2 wins, 1 break even, 1 loss. 50 moving average, 50 EMA providing significant resistance, it looks like. So the YM soybeans are done. Crude is done for the 9 a.m. session. Unleaded is done on 2. 1 and done on target 1, or 2 and done for target 2. And a short trade setup on the micro Russell. And that just triggered in. Pound Aussie still in the short, with a pending stop and reverse. Almost enough for money management. We need to get our 14 tick minimum, or 14 ticks before we can go to break even. That target was 13, so we did get it, and that's a break even intra bar. We got 1 tick beyond target, so that is our 14 ticks. So we will that is a break even trade. 046 for the stop. So 2 wins, 2 break-evens, 1 loss. We can take one more trade on the Micro Russell. Still in the first trade of the morning on the Micro NQ. That is a winning trade. And the last trade of the morning will be a long on the Micro Russell. That one, I'm afraid, yeah, that one got away from us too fast. So that's a no trade. Went to target too, but just too fast to have caught. So we'll look for another one. And we did trigger the stop and reverse. So we're now long on the pound Aussie. Entry was at 69 to 81, 12 pips, or 14 pips actually, times 5, so set down 70. So in the long trade, so our money management will come up here. Money management at 2948. And so our final trade on the Micro Russell looks like it's going to be a short. Oh yeah, 8 seconds, definitely into that one. That one looks like it could be problematic because Russell not sure what it's going to do. You can see break even, the money management level, and there's target 1. So that will bring the stop, and we get our 14, brings the stop to break even at 2056 or 2005.6. And we're trailing the Micro NQ now. Stop moves up just shy of target 1. $456.5. Russell got to target 2. We're looking for target 3 to make it win number 3. All right, break-even trade on the Micro Russell to close the session. 2 wins, 3 break-evens, and a loss. So that will end the session there. Stop moving up on the Micro NQ and moving up again. And we get target 3. Yep. So targets 2 and 3 on this trade. 461 3/4 for the stop. Still a position at target, so 2 positions left, target 4 and trailer. And about 5 minutes to the crude 10 a.m. mini session. So what cold mountains are you in, Mark? $67.25 for yeah, 67.25 for a Micro NQ stop. Pulling back now a bit, halfway to target 4. He's on that last short, but those were obviously trades after we went power of quitting on the 9 a.m. session. That gets us up closer to where the current market is, so it'll be easier to mark up the trade when it does happen, the next trade. Looks like we're looking for, we haven't overbought is our last positive readings, so we are, and have not had a successful short trade yet, so we're looking for a short. And doesn't look like we could get a trade off of the 50 EMA or the 20 SMA. But it doesn't look like we've got exhaustion dots close enough at this point. Still over a minute to go. 1 minute to get less than a minute now. And micro NQ does stop out. Targets 2, 3, and trailer just short of target 2. Basically 3 positions coming off at target 2 and plus target 3. So that's a solid winner. Pound Aussie testing the 50, but not making a significant move through it at this point. Still below. Richmond Manufacturing Index coming out now. That's an orange level report. And we are in our trade, so 10 a.m. There is your first trade. Money management, 10 ticks in at, so we got in at 42, money management at 32, and target 2 will be our first actionable target at 30. Targets 2 and 3 would be 12 and 16, so another small trade. And we'll have to get through the 50 EMA at this point. Got to target 1, but money management is down at 32. It looks like we bounced at 34, 35. Crude looks to be in consolidation. Micro NQ coming back below its 200 EMA, testing its 50 EMA. Russell and the YM both seem to be kind of going sideways. Pound Aussie rejected 50 EMA. Short trade on the micro NQ. Time to get in that. Yeah, looks like we've had a couple of opportunities to get into that. Push through the 50 for the entry, and now getting really close to a full stop out. And we did get a full stop out on the crude trade. Now we're in a long trade there. Wasn't a big trade. 14 tick risk, so we're down 28. $21 and 33, so it will take target 2 to erase that, or to get us positive again. And the pound and micro NQ did stop out for a full loss on that trade. 1 win, 1 loss there. Say the deer are demanding food, huh? Demanding that you feed them. Have you been domesticating deer out there? It definitely got a little chilly this past week and the weekend, and now it's starting to warm up again. It's supposed to be rainy, at least up here where in North Carolina where I am. It's supposed to be rainy pretty much all week. But high temps in the high 60s and to low 70s. At least into the weekend, then cooling off a little bit first part of next week. So if you're in the mountains, you got to be pretty much in northwest Georgia. All right, still long on the pound Aussie, long on crude. Everything else is done except for micro NQ, which is flat. Choo-hoo. Yeah, that's getting a little chilly. And we haven't been very low. I think the lowest I've seen that was here is in the lows in the teens, mid-teens. Crude at the session open, 74.69. Pound Aussie definitely in a consolidation. Slow drift up, so this could be a bearish flag. Working just above session lows. Money management on crude at 74.80, and we got as high as 76, it looks like. -5 doesn't sound so bad. I mean, and compare on Celsius, that is -20 Celsius. All right, new short long setup on the micro NQ. 485.5. It did touch the stop, but had not gotten to the entry, so the trade is still valid. Looks like we got 76 was all we got on crude. 77 actually. So I need 3 more ticks above that to get to money management. 5 more ticks to target. Target's at 82 for 21 ticks. And there's money management. And I think, looks like we got to 83, so that is, yeah. Target 1, there's our 21 ticks, so we're down 7 now. Need a trailer a little bit. Let's see, this, when this, right now we should be at break even, but when this bar closes, looks like we'll come up to maybe 69. What's the balance line looking like? 7, yeah, 69 would be our stop, and that is that will put us positive. That'll be 8 ticks. So this will be a POQ trade. And now we have a stop and reverse possibility. Still no trigger on the long on the micro NQ. Stop and reverse possibility to short. That's going to be at 62. It looks like we got there. Yep, it hit 62 exactly, so we're short now. So target 1 in hand. Close of this bar on crude. Close of this bar, stop will move up to 74.69. That's an 8. That's an 8 tick gain over the entry at 61. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, it's buried in the line there. Yeah, there's our stop marker right there. It's underneath the session open. It's also at 74.69. Actually, that will put us 1 tick positive, so depends on your... Yeah, they're when they get fed, they definitely remember it, and they get... My wife's parents lived on a golf course, and that was some of the recreation. Just go around the course on the golf cart and just see how many deer were on the course, because people living there were feeding them too. And see, that was in the Texas Hill Country. Now this is just the second trade, so since we would only be one tick positive, I would tend to take the third trade on this mini session if we stop out at 69. If we go ahead to target 2, then yeah, this is definitely POQ. Target 2 is worth 33 ticks, so that would leave us up, put us up 26. Definitely plenty enough to call that POQ. And a new short trade on the micro NQ. Long never did trigger. And the short obviously canceled the long. The crossover for the short setup would be what canceled the long. Alright, now we're up at 74.74. 13 ticks. So we'd be up plus 6. That's enough to call it POQ, I would say. So I would definitely call this a POQ trade on crude. So this trade will finish up the 10 a.m. session, mini session, leaving us just the pound Aussie and the micro NQ. Target 1 at 439 flat on the micro NQ. And money management on the micro NQ. Stop to 455 and a quarter. Getting close to target 2. $427 flat. I don't think we got there. I think we missed it by a couple of ticks. 427 7 3/4. So yeah, we missed it by 3 ticks. not much going on. The pound Aussie pulled back from its short entry, but it did hit the entry. And the crude, let's see, did that get target 2? Yeah, it looks like it missed it. Target 2 was at 94, and we got as high as 93. Missed it by a tick. So that was that would have been a trade for profit point. But even if you didn't trade for profit, trailed out at 79 for 18 ticks, 11 tick net profit on the session, and POQ. Okay, break even on the micro NQ, transitioning to long. So long on the micro NQ, short on the pound Aussie, and crude is done. Not a lot going on there. I don't know when it will be, Judith, but I imagine Troy had mentioned that he's going to try to do it either late this week or early next week. But good, that's a good question. He probably will have a better idea if you're in the CEO Trader Mastermind group. We've got that's fine. We've got office hours at noon today. You should have gotten an email about that, or if not, if you're in that group, or if not, go to the owner site for that, or in the Discord announcements. But Troy is back from his vacation. Oof. Pound Aussie not looking nice. Bit of an expanding range since it turned back upward a little bit. Micro Russell and the YM both indicating a down move. Micro NQ starting down. We'll have to see if it continues. It's definitely taking some heat on this trade. And another stop and reverse to long possible. That's going to be at 86. Let's see. No, that's going to be at 83 again. It's an 81 entry. Sorry to say, 50 EMA is at 83, so I would probably take that to 84. I don't think there's enough there to take it to 86. All right. Micro NQ surviving, and so is the pound Aussie. Micro NQ is still long. Pound Aussie is still short. Starting to watch paint dry here. I would tend to, on the pound Aussie, I think I would, I'll use that as an exit point and just step aside. Money management on the micro NQ. Hitting target 1. Looks like about 758 3/4 for the stop. Yep, 758 3/4. Micro Russell pushing back down. Russell's back under 2,000. Judith, you were referring to the swing trading training on Catapult with equities, correct? Pound Aussie getting very close to that adjusted entry. Stop and reverse adjust would take it to 83. And with the 500 or 50 EMA right there, I'd take it to 84, possibly 85, but that would be about it. And I would take that as an exit point at this point and just step aside. That would be our third stop and reverse loss. Okay, we did hit that adjusted entry point, so I'm out of the pound Aussie. If you're continuing to trade, you would be long. This bar closes up. I probably would. And okay, micro NQ just stopped out for break even. So 1 win, 1 loss, 2 break evens. Can take up to it can take 2 more trades, because we can take up to 3 losses or 4 wins. So we can go up, or we can go up to 6 trades. So that leaves 2 trades on the table, but that leaves a micro NQ flat at the moment, and I would be out of the pound Aussie. So I'm going to call it a morning here. For those of you in the CEO Trader Mastermind group, Troy has office hours scheduled on the normal Zoom channel at noon today. So we will see y'all there. Otherwise, we will see everybody tomorrow morning at 9:30. Regular 9:30 session tomorrow morning, plus a crude oil inventory session at 10:30. Everyone have a good one.